Apple is allegedly pioneering a smaller, thinner, and lighter tablet christened as the iPad mini or iPad Air. Some theorists, including myself, wager that the iPad mini is Apple's response to the Kindle Fire and Nexus 7 tablets presently on the market. Albeit Apple currently offers a tablet device, I imagine their intent is to enter the iPad Air into the small tablet niche solely for purposes of portability and affordability. Likewise, by snaffling its competitors' time and money, Apple will obtain a further profit to enhance and polish future generations of this device. Ironically, Steve Jobs candidly opposed tablets during a fourth quarter conference call in October of 2010. He declared tablets are, quote, too expensive, too small for good control, too big to be mobile, and lack applications. Correspondingly, the iPad mini will be valued at an affordable $200 to $250 price point with expandability, portability, and interactivity in mind. As external aesthetics are concerned, the iPad Air will retain 66% of the preceding iPad 3 surface area and consequently be two-thirds the size. Furthermore, the appropriately named iPad Air will purportedly measure 1mm thicker than the iPod Touch 4th generation and essentially sport a compact and unobtrusive form factor. John Gruber, affiliate of Little Birdies from Apple and writer for DaringFireball.net, pronounces the iPad mini's bezel will be less intrusive, yet remain bold enough to rest your thumbs upon. Ostensibly, the iPad Air will manifest top-notch hardware while sustaining an economical price tag. Similarly, due to the iPad mini's size constraints, repercussions are abounding. One imposition, or perhaps restriction, imposed on the iPad Air regards its battery longevity, which will be sacrificed for Apple's recurring motive of affordability on this device. In spite of such information, don't fret. So long as the iPad mini exhibits an efficient processor fused with the under-par battery, the discouraging scarcity of life will be neutralized. Despite iPad competitors who deliberately obscure the inner workings of their gadgets with lustrous synthetic metals, Apple has nothing to hide with the iPad Air. It is, however, crucial that Apple downgrade the magnitude and performance of the iPad mini to offer it at an economical price point. The device will showcase a gratifying 7.85-inch diagonally measured display, revealing an insipid 163:1 pixel per inch ratio. The pixel density of the iPad mini will identically emulate that of the pre-Retina iPhones and iPod Touch, yet the iPad's display will be scaled disproportionately. Additionally, the iPad Air's storage capacity and price tag will be sliced in half in regards to the iPad 3. That roughly calculates to an iPad mini with 8GB of internal storage in the ballpark of $200 to $250, a viable option for an overenthused tech-savvy geek like myself. It's not outlandish for Apple to abandon the Retina display in the iPad Air, as it will be optimized for cost-effectiveness, not performance. And I prophesize the absence of a Retina display may be Apple's steadfast intention to pave the way for a future upgrade. Once the pandemonium encompassing the iPad Air subsides, the techie aficionado is merely concerned about when the device will make a public appearance. That said, upon the deluge of speculation, the eminent iPad mini will be unveiled on September 12th alongside the iPhone 5. Unfortunately, it is presumed the iPad mini won't occupy shelves until the fourth quarter of 2012, punctually arriving for the holiday season. Reputable sources give credence to the notion that the iPad mini will be stripped of a camera to preserve its skimping cost. Tablets akin to the iPad mini, notably the Nexus 7 and Kindle Fire, either bear ineffective image quality or have no camera at all. The iPad Air will conform with the shrunken and modernized 9-pin proprietary dock connector for syncing and charging purposes. In essence, the iPad mini will be established as a low-cost alternative to the prevailing and superlative iPad 3. And John Gruber exposes that what Apple has been working on in the Cupertino labs is a smaller iPad, not a bigger iPod. Interesting. The iPad mini? The iPad Air? Time is inevitable. Therefore, reality will be liberated, and speculation disproved. To reiterate, with the equipped attributes and sub-$300 price tag, Apple leaves no room for competitors. And if the iPad Air garners an ample profit margin, Apple should resume the generation the subsequent year. Furthermore, with the iPad mini's worldwide availability and superior diversity of mobile software via the App Store, which the Nexus 7 lacks, the likelihood for Apple's success in the small tablet market is looking optimistic. Leave a comment below telling me if you're going to purchase the iPad mini, and if not, why. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video or found it insightful, please leave a like rating below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on September 12th.